Hello, stock traders and investors. I hope all of you had a great day today. Today I finished up 1.61%. I was very creative in how I did that, so I had to make a lot of changes throughout the day. If you were following the top 7 and others closely, and then from yesterday's list, if you had all those same stocks, you would have had a 0.25% loss, which is just a little bit worse than the market. It was a pretty good day, and it definitely started off hot, but throughout the day, it just definitely waned out. If you are following the list closely, then you should be really close to a 2.26% gain, which isn't as high as typically we've had from this list in months past, but this has been a little bit of a tougher month to kind of handle. If you're comparing to the Dow Jones Industrial though, so far the Dow Jones Industrial this month is down 3.92% so far. So far year to date, I am personally up 398.67%. I'm able to do this by being extremely strict and going into stocks that only have a catalyst that I know how to trade. So I have certain plays that I look for, and I only trade those type of setups. And so I have different strategies associated with that. And that's really, really important. It is so important that you develop a strategy and that you're not just buying stocks typically because, I don't know, I think this one's going to go up, or this one ran up 80%. I'm going to buy into it. Yeah, that's not a good idea, because then what can happen is all of those intraday traders can then flush it out and it can drop pretty rapidly, and you could be on the wrong side of a trade if you don't have a plan. And so I suggest having a plan for each and every stock. It is extremely, extremely important. So today I intraday traded ANPC, IPOB, and PSTV. I use less than 10% of my total portfolio to intraday trade. I really don't go big in any of it. I don't want the risk. I don't want to blow up my account. One thing I do a lot is if I see a stock and I'm intraday trading and I'm getting in it and I see that momentum kicking in and it passes a certain level and passes all resistance, I will get big into a stock. But that's the only way that I do that. If you want to learn more about how I do that, the way to do that is be part of our standard group in the Patreon attached down below. I like to use Webull for my intraday trading and also for my short positions. And the reason being is because I can open short positions in pre-market and close them in pre-market or aftermarket. And there are great trading hours and lots of fantastic tools for intraday traders on Webull. And so that's why I like to use it. That's why I recommend it. I wouldn't recommend something I didn't like or didn't use each and every day. So I highly suggest you check it out. If you're looking for a powerful broker, please check it out in the description down below. You get one free stock when you sign up and another one when you deposit money. So I have a couple of sales to report. This is from the top 7, and I sold these really early in the day. I sold BRY for a 12% gain. So that one had just hit 3 business days since its insider activity, so I felt it was good to get out of it. And the next was XRX. I sold for a 2% gain. Same deal. That one had just hit 3 days since insider activity. It was time to get out. Well, we have lots of stocks to cover and go through this list. But one thing I want to tell you is if you are not part of our Patreon group, you're not part of that Discord, it's going to be harder to chase these stocks, especially the insiders. If I were you, and this is just because if you are just determined, I am not going to pay for anything to be a part of a group or anything like that, and you're wanting to get the most out of this list, I highly suggest you lock into those PDUFA run-ups. They are going to be the most successful for you. And the reason is because they are longer term investments. And one thing I would like to encourage you, don't go in on the end and then worry about those gains. One thing you have to do with these PDUFA run-ups is you have to wait and give them time for them to actually run up, and it's not always going to be smooth sailing. As a whole, these do move up in price, and you will see success with these. Well, I have a lot to get to, so let's get to this top 7, and let's start with the others first and foremost. Let's start with PRTY. So this is an insider transaction that happened a couple of days ago, and this has been happening over and over and over again. Those insiders have been loading up on PRTY. Today it finished even. It really didn't do much. My average in it's $2.63. I am up in it so far, and hopefully you are too, since adding it to the list. I really like that William Cricknier bought shares. Party is one that I've gotten a lot of great spikes out of with insider activity. I still think there's more to this one. It likes to spike close to around $3. That's where it has resistance. We're going to be watching it closely tomorrow to see what it does, but I'm expecting it to spike again. Lots of spikeability in this one. That's why I like it. The next is LMPX. So today, this finished up 2.41%. My average in it's $19.99. Sounds like I got it on sale. The CEO and William Cohen, who's a director, bought shares in open market, and that was the whole reason why I was attracted to it in the first place. Also, LMPX, in December, I made a killer amount of money on this one when it became an IPO because the CEO went in super heavy. And so I like this stock because I had some real spikeability in it. I got in at around $15 a share and it went to 35 just in a couple of days. I was able to bank more than 100% gains. So when I see insider activity on a company I've had success trading in the past, I like to typically trade that again. And so there's a lot of people that like it. And so I like the insider activity. I'll be watching it closely tomorrow to see exactly how it reacts. The next is PSA, so Pure Storage. Today it finished down 1.66%. It had been doing well. My average in it's $223.22 per share. I like it because Tamara Gustafson really showed some high conviction and put in a ton of money into this company and bought $8 million in open market, so paid the same price me or you would pay. And so that was very bullish to me. I mean, that's a good amount of money. And so I felt really good about getting in on that. I'm up a little bit in it. Hopefully you are too. I'm expecting great things. I am going to be watching it closely over the next couple of days to see how it reacts and see what happens. The next is ZSAN. This is a PDUFA run-up play. And so this is a great stock to get in because you still have so much time till the PDUFA date and there's so much more for it to run. ZSAN finished up 2.33% today. My average in it's $1.33. They have an October 20th PDUFA date, and analysts have a target of this at $3 a share. Their drug is very marketable. That's being looked at by the FDA on that PDUFA date. So I'm feeling really good about ZSAN for sure that it's going to climb and climb big time. All right, now it's time for the top 7. Let's get to it. Number 7 is SPPI. Today it finished down 2.48%. My average in it's $4.02. They have a PDUFA date of October 20th, so still plenty of time for it to run up. And just the other day, they announced conferences from the 19th to the 21st of September, and so that's coming up this weekend, announcing phase 2 data on 2 drugs in their pipeline. So I'm expecting some really nice pops on Monday morning out of this next week. And so SPPI has a couple of catalysts that could really propel it forward here coming up. I think it's a great stock to be in because it still has so much more to run. Analyst average price target on this is $10.75. So that's really good. Number 6 is FBIO. Today it finished down 0.58%. My average in it's $3.64. And analysts have a price target on this of $8 a share. So I like that. It is an October 10th PDUFA date. There's still plenty of time to run. They announced yesterday that they are now accepting patients in the late stage CAE 101 study. And so that is very good news and definitely another catalyst that we're looking for. But the one thing I'm kind of looking for is definitely that October 10th PDUFA date. And it should run up big time at the end of this month and going into next month. Number 5 is RDUS. And this is brand new to the list. Today it finished up 4.44%. My average in it's $11.97. B Biotech bought up $2.2 million worth of shares. It's not a huge amount of money for them, but the transaction was definitely bullish. It was done in open market and paid the exact same price me or you would pay and done through the regular order flow. And so I like that for that. So Radius Health, I think, has a lot of room to run. It's brand new to the list and it's got a lot of popability to it. So I'm expecting great things tomorrow and the next day for sure. Number 4 is Anthonyx, ATNX. This is brand new to the list also. Today it finished up 6.09%. My average in it's $12.04. I called this out right away when this happened. I was able to analyze it rather quickly and get it out to the members of the Patreon group through Discord, and everyone got in it. But man, there were a bunch of insiders who got into it. Stephanie Davis, Manson, Falk, Wu Jin, all paid open market price and did so in a good amount of money. And so it was really interesting. Lots of different insider buys, and they were all done independently. So I think something is around the corner for Anthonyx. And so I think this is going to be a great transaction. So far, the market has responded to insider activity, but there's still time to get in because if they have something big to announce, this stock is way down from its previous highs. This stock has been as high as $20, $25 a share. It could easily get back there if there was some news of some sort. So anyway, we have our Patreon group, and it's a great group of investors, and it does not cost very much to be a part of it. We have a basic level and a standard level. So on the basic level, we like to talk about PDUFA run-ups. I talk about insider trading and give out alerts for those type of transactions. And then there's our standard level, which gets everything the basic level has, but also covers short idea plays, day trading also. There's a lot of day trading that happens on that. So depending upon your level and what you're wanting to do, both are very affordable, and definitely you will make back that money rather quickly. I've had members tell me that they've made a couple months on their very first trade. I had one person that told me they made a couple years worth on their very first trade. And so it is a great group of investors who really like to help one another. I hope that you check it out. I'd love to see you there. All right. Number 3 is VOXX. Today it finished up 3.90%. My averaging at $6.42. And Collie Holding is buying up shares. Now we're up to 4 business days in a row of insider purchasing from Collie Holding on VOXX because more insider activity was reported tonight. And so this is really pretty interesting to me. I've seen this stock do this day after day after day before, and the stock price really responded to all that insider activity. It's a low volume stock, so it's hard to get in. Once you get in, I'm just kind of staying put and just watching all this insider activity happening. I'm just going to sit and wait for it to stop. I'll probably wait till after it's stopped for a couple of days so I can see that it's actually stopped, because hopefully this continues for a couple of months. Early on in the year, Vox had insider activity that happened every day for a little over 2 months, and so that was really bullish activity, and the stock price really moved up. So I'm thinking that might happen again. So far, so good. Loving this stock and going to be in it for a little bit. Number 2 is AQSTs. It has not been performing the last couple of days, but man, this has been fantastic. This stock has been an amazing run-up stock, and it's done really, really well. Today, it finished down 4.76%. My average in it's $5.65. You'll notice that changed by 30 cents, and the reason is because when I saw that huge dip at the end of market day today, I took advantage. I mean, if I see a 5% dip and there is absolutely no reason, and in fact it dipped further than that, and so I took advantage of it, and that's what I'm going to do. I always watch these stocks, and I will add if there's just some uncharacteristic dip to it. Now, if there's a reason behind the dip, I don't touch it with the 10-foot pole. I'm not adding to my position. But in this type of situation, I just feel like it's an overreaction in fear and profit taking. Analyst targets on this are anywhere between $18 a share all the way to $33 a share. They have a September 27th PDUFA date, so it is coming up. So next week, I expect explosive movement on this stock, also the end of this week. But it's for Libervant, which is an epilepsy drug that I really hope gets approved. All right, number one. Number 1 is SAFE, S-A-F-E, and you've heard me talk about this stock. I've been talking about it for about a month now. It's been on this list somewhere, and I expect that to continue, and the reason is because insider activity continues to happen. Tonight, more insider activity was reported. Today, it finished up 3.78%. My average is $54.25 in it, and it's been 28 business days in a row now, not 25, that there has been insider activity by iStar. And last year, there was 134 business days in a row where they reported insider activity. This is really starting to look like it's the same pattern that we had last year. So I am going to stay in this stock. Expect to hear me talk about it a lot. This is a great stock to get in. If you're looking to get into something that just slowly moves up, where you're going to be up in it a little bit on average every single day, this is the stock for you. The only way you mess up this stock is you sell it. I think that this is easily going to hit $100 a share if this activity continues. And so I'm looking for great things out of it. I do a lot of work for this list, so if you could do me a huge favor and please hit that most amazing and wonderful like button, subscribe, and turn on those bell notifications to get notified when one of these videos come out. We do one of these every single business day. I really look forward to talking to each and every one of you every day. I want you to know that I started this channel to try to help investors, so hopefully I have helped you. I look forward to hearing from you tomorrow. Let's have a fantastic day. Let's all get rich together, and Raytoven out.